and welcome to Technology Update. This month the show goes metal, only without the headbanging. We're talking about the most elementary of materials that have helped build our civilization and still find innovative new applications today. The Soviet metallurgical industry was blasting past competitors around the same time heavy metal started blasting out speakers. By the time the country leapfrogged the US to become the world's top steel producer the year of Judas Priest's first album in 1974, Russian metal makers had long been world-class. Dmitry Chernov was known as the father of Russian metallurgy, whose 19th century discovery of crucial temperature points in steel casting changed the industry forever. Even earlier, Pavel Zanosov and Obukhov helped lay a scientific base in metal alloy research and steel artillery. The Russian Empire may have been a metallurgical foundation, but Soviet modernization drives in the 20s and 30s built new hubs like Magnitogorsk and helped ready the country for intense industrial demands in World War II. Wartime production greatly expanded the geography of Soviet metalworking, setting the groundwork for a real explosion of output in the post-war years that still underpins the industry in the post-Soviet space today. Russia's among the world's leaders in digging up and pumping out perhaps the most historically coveted of all elements, shiny number 79, gold. While the first alluvial gold deposits in Russia were found in the Urals in the early 19th century, the country's eastern regions have been the site of many gold rushes and now a long-standing extraction industry since. Much of the territory was underdeveloped and rugged, and 20th century gold miners conquered literally uncharted territory en route to making the Soviet Union the #2 gold producer on the planet. And gold digging in Russia is no mere blast from the past. Just ask Polyus Zolota, Russia's largest and one of the world's prominent purveyors of our beloved bullion. The outward appearance of the operation has changed significantly, as we're rarely finding rivers still running with nuggets. But with the help of new and improved technology, Polyus is now pulling pounds of gold out of oceans of essentially typical topsoil.
The gold ore from the Olympiadinskом deposit also contains such elements as carbon and antimony. These elements trap the gold particles and resist the cyanide process, through which gold is normally recovered. That's why we developed our method of bio-oxidation, which helps us to screen out the resistant elements and consequently increase gold extraction levels as compared to traditional techniques.
The bio-oxidizing and bio-leaching approaches have just come into fashion in the gold industry over the last 2 decades, with differing methods developed in major mining and research countries. Several of the key bacteria and the BioNord extraction system used by Polyus Zolota are Russian handiwork. So what's all the fuss about exactly? It may not look like gold just yet, but it comes out cheaper, more energy efficient, and with fewer environmentally harmful byproducts than traditional methods relying on heat and pressure.
It was a serious scientific and engineering challenge. The solution developed by Polyus Gold and implemented at our enterprise in the Krasnoyarsk region is unique not only for Russia, but for the international market as well. It's unique for enterprises operating in remote regions of the far north. Our experience shows it was a successful solution.
The basic science behind bio-oxidization is the introduction of bacterial cultures, which oxidize the predominant sulfide ores latched onto the precious gold we're trying to get at. Since the ore coming from each new site can vary in content, labs at Polyus and their competitors are always in search of new and improved cultures. Methods already in place have doubled savings and increased extraction rates by 15 to 20%.
Polyus Gold is #1 in Russia in terms of production volume, and it is the most advanced in terms of high-tech methods of gold ore processing.
So what's the payoff for that kind of positioning? For the first half of 2010, Polyus poured out some 15.6 tons of pure gold and reported sales over $600 million. With demand and prices for the rich man's rock on the up and up, they can take any technological advantage straight to the bank.